you go.
Hi everyone, welcome back. It's been quite a while since I've been on YouTube. I got pregnant and that like kind of changed my world, but I'm happy to be back. I'm in my third trimester, which is wild, but I'm here. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 lessons I've learned in 5 years of marriage. So before I get started on the actual tips, I want to put a couple disclaimers out there. One, we've been married for 5 years, but we do not have any kids. I'm currently pregnant. This will be our first, but outside of that, we really haven't had kids. But we've had a lot happen during that time. We've bought property, we renovated our house, we took in our nephew who's 13 now lives with us, and he's been living with us since he was 11. We've had different jobs. I've had no job. It's just been a lot of stuff has happened, just like regular life, I'm sure, like many of you. I'm speaking from this experience, but I know if you have kids, it's like much more different. So, all right, let's get started for real. All right, numero uno, communication will always be something that you have to work on with your partner. I thought we had a really good communication relationship. Like we talk often, we're on the same page a lot of the time. But as we've grown, communication is something we have to deliberately work on and challenge each other in. We haven't done like therapy or marriage counseling or anything like that,
which I've thought about it a lot of times, but
we haven't got there yet, and I would assume after this baby we will. But regardless of any issue we've ever had, communication has always been the way that we can resolve it. Whatever you're tackling in life, be it personal life, family stuff, whatever it is, kids, like if you can't communicate, then your message is just not going to get across to your partner. And if you can't communicate with respect, then they're never going to hear you. You're never going to hear them. Just know and understand that communication is just going to be a part of the conversation, and figuring out what's the best way to listen to each other and hear each other, and feel respected from each other. It's just going to be an ongoing thing. So number 2, pick your battles. Pick your battles. Pick your battles. When you're living and sharing a life with someone, it's so easy to, it's easy to nitpick. It's easy to have a lot of assumptions that they know you very well and they should know that you're this way or that way or whatever the case is. There's always going to be like a reason to fight, right? Or a reason to bicker or whatever the case is. But really having some set kind of boundaries and knowing what's worth like a fight or worth an argument is important to call out. So for me, I know there's just like some non-negotiables that if you're gonna, do this or say this, then I'm gonna be upset. But I have to continually teach myself and learn and be patient when there are little things that kind of like, irritate me or piss me off, that I need to learn how to just like chill and let it go. If I want to get upset about something, then I better be ready to put in a lot of effort to resolve that issue. And if it's something that I can live with, that really doesn't bug me, and maybe I'm just having a bad day, or maybe I'm just being nitpicky, then I need to let it go. I need to let it go. Going off of that theme, number 3 is always give your partner the benefit of the doubt. So what that means to me is, about a couple years ago, Paul and I don't know, I think we were just fighting a lot. I'm not sure I kind of forget what it was exactly, but it was just a tough time in our marriage. I was really focused on work. I think it had to do with work. We're 2 different people, as everyone is in a relationship. There's 2 types of people. Sometimes you're similar, sometimes you're not. Paul and I are very different. We're definitely the definition of opposites attract. And I was bringing a lot of my stress from work home with me. I just wasn't being like the best partner. At that time in my life, I was so stressed from work. I was really focusing on my career. I was also doing some of my first like blogging and YouTube stuff, and it was hard. I was just tired, and I was hustling, and I would definitely be more snappy and things like that with my husband, and vice versa. He would Like if he were to say anything to me, I'd kind of be like, are you kidding me? I'm working so hard. Like, how can you sweat the small stuff when I'm working so hard right now? And what I've really learned is that from both sides of it, like life is hard enough. Like life is hard by itself. There's whether it's family or whether it's work or whether it's friendships or whether it's your careers or your personal life or disasters or tragedies or whatever it is, life is already heavy on us as individuals by ourselves, that if I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to anyone, it needs to be my partner, because we're in this together and we're a team and I really need that teammate, you know? So learn how to be a teammate to your partner and just give them the benefit of the doubt. They deserve it. You might know what they're going through, but you really don't. We're all individuals and we all have our own kind of conflicts within our heart and within our mind, and your partner is the one that should be getting the benefit of the doubt. They're the ones who we should always just like let the small stuff go. So this is a big one. Okay, so I actually really love this one. And this one I learned this really from reading a lot and understanding a lot more about who I am as a person. But my number 4 is that your partner is not responsible for your happiness. I'm gonna repeat that, okay?
Your partner is not responsible for your happiness.
So if you're unhappy, your partner there may be pieces that make you unhappy about your partner or about your relationship, but at the end of the day, like, we are in charge of our happiness. Our partner is not. They are in charge of their happiness. We can't put the burden of your own happiness on someone else. It has to be something that you have to create yourself. It's a choice. It's something you got to create. You can't put that pressure on your partner. What I've also learned is, like, when Paul and I are our best selves, when we're doing the things we want to do, when we're challenging ourselves, when we're working out, and really doing the things that fulfill us as individuals, we're better to each other. We let things go more often. We give our partner the benefit of the doubt. And it's because we got to do the things that make us happy as individuals. And from the other side of it, if you're a partner trying to make your partner happy, I mean, it's kind of like a never-ending road. It's a choice that they have to make. You can buy them everything or give them any kind of love and take them out or spend quality time with them, whatever fulfills them. Sure, it'll make them happy for a moment, but happiness is a choice, and putting that pressure on your partner is just not right. It's up to you to be happy. And if you're unhappy in your relationship, I really challenge you to look in the mirror and say, like, what can I do to make myself fulfilled and happy as an individual? And then see how doing those actions and really changing your lifestyle can benefit your relationship on its own. You know, it's a different case if you're dealing with a partner who is like depressed or going through something really serious. I know that can be really hard as well. So of course there's like some caveats, but at the end of the day, like, we're responsible for our happiness, and putting that burden on our partner is just not fair and it's not right. Last but not least is number 5. And number 5 is allow your partner to have a life outside of their marriage. So that can be like a little conflicting or sound bad. One thing that Paul and I really pride ourselves on in our relationship and are really confident and kind of just really satisfied in our relationship is that we both can like have the freedom to do the things we want to do with our friends or with our family or with our own aspirations or whatever that looks like. We are lucky enough to have a relationship where we really are comfortable to come to each other if we want to do something in our own individual lives. So whether I want to go out with friends, you know, for a weekend trip, or whether he wants to go out until who knows what time. But I think it really starts with the respect level we have for each other. Although we are super chill about kind of letting each other do really whatever the hell we want in terms of like with our friends or with our family. If we want to go to a trip or stay out late or whatever the case is, we're really chill about it. But the reason we are is because we have a deep amount of respect for each other. So before we make these decisions, like, we come to each other with respect And because of that, we've just learned to just be really chill with each other and understand that like we need some life outside of our partnership, and our friendships are important to both of us, and we both respect that. And I think it's one great thing about our relationship and something we never really have to worry about. It does involve a lot of trust, and I feel like my husband and I do have an enormous amount of trust. So it's taken all the time, but to be honest, it's something that we both love about our relationship. We understand that we need our lives outside of our partnership. I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you learned something, please give it a thumbs up. If you have some tips you want to share with me, please let me know. I mean, it's only been 5 years of marriage and about 8-9 years of being together. 9? I don't know. But I know many of you have been together longer, so give me your tips. What are your tips that you can share with me? Share it in the comments below. And I think that's it. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Mwah. Bye. With you tonight is on an island. It's about time for waking up.